Good morning, students. Today we have to start with review questions on social control. Define definition following: social control, education, religion, economic institutions, government, norms, values, folkways, mores, customs, law, legal, fashion, arts, cohesion, belief, ideology, public opinion, social suggestion, literature, tutors. List the following: need of social control, types of education, functions of religion, types of social control, types of government, types of religion, and types of sanction. Characteristics of fashion. Short notes: social control, education and social control, religion and social control, industrial and technological system, economic institutions and social control, government and social control, role of nerds in social control. Essay on define social control, explain formal means of social control in our societies. So these are the questions. So these pattern of question only asked in the final examination. No need to search anywhere. Today we are start with learning new subject unit 12 according to our syllabus, social problems. What do you think about social problems? Social means regarding society. People deals with each other, mutually interact. Problems means issues. So any issue which is affect people or groups, individuals, that is called social problems. Detail going on. Look at these different types of problems: lack of education, poverty, healthcare issues, etc., homelessness. Then introduction to social problems. Students, why we had been learned in last 11 units regarding society. The main objective is that study the social problems to solve the problems. So we need clear knowledge regarding society. Then only we can solve and social problems sustainably. So this is in this unit we are going to deals with every types of problems. Students, these all the problems directly linked with all other 11 subjects, 11 units. Next, every social problems influence health. Okay, for example, poverty directly linked with health status of people. Then theories of social problems regarding problems and social development. Then social problems affect health. For example, poverty, unemployment, illiteracy. Then nurses actively participate to solve these social problems. Through various nursing services. So study of social problem is very essential in nursing. Okay. So nurses need to know about society, mainly healthcare problem focus and allied problems. So every healthcare directly linked with other social issues. For example, economic issues directly affect mental health and physical well-being of people, etc. So study of social problem is essential in nursing for effectively execution of nursing services. Students, next section is that social disorganization. What do you think about this? Social, we know that deals with people and they interact, mutual connections. The organization means systematically organized, arranged. But disorganization means the arrangement may be abnormal. For example, students, look at this. Can you see this? So organized society having family, religion, education, economic system, political system. Disorganization means any abnormal arrangement. For example, there is no adequate religious belief, a negative belief may cause the issues, or lack of moral teaching. Next, education. Just think about in a village, everything is there, good families, students. Look at this. This is a organized pattern. For example, in a village, there is everything is there. Family, good families are there, good education, good religion, good economy, but there is no schools. What will happen? People suffer from illiteracy, So which may be called as disorganization, abnormal arrangement, or inadequate this social systems, etc. So which is called social disorganization. So here meaning is that opposed to social organization as we had discussed. Definition, according to Emil Durkheim, disequilibrium, lack of solidarity among the members of society. As we had discussed in that the organizations, for example, inadequacy, disequilibrium between economic and educational, which cause disorganizations.
Excuse me, sir.
Then theoretical approach. So study of first approach is that social pathological approach. What is meant by pathology? Pathology means study of diseases. Here social pathology means study of social illness, or social problems. Then disorganization approach, as we have discussed. Then value conflict approach, which means conflict between two values, between two community values, the religious values, etc. The deviant behavior approach. Deviant behavior means this violation of these norms or rules. Then labeling approach is a classic approach classifying the social problems. So these are the theoretical approach, easy to memorize: social pathological, disorganization, value conflict, deviant behavior, labeling. Then cultural lag. Lag means crippled movement. This inadequate or mismanagement of cultural patterns, including material culture and non-material culture. Maladjustment between cultural types, which cause this social disorganization. So this knowledge help us. So these are the theoretical approach help us to identify the where this disorganization, how to reorganize society, etc. Then characteristics, conflict, mores of institutions. For example, conflict between educational institutions and economic institutions. They are mores, rights. Then transfer functions. Then industrialization. Individualization, which means only think about self, and that tendency may disorganize other sections of the society. Then change role and status. Role means for job, status means dignity. Already we had discussed in last unit. Then factors of social disorganization. First factor, formalism. Formalism means restricted rules. Second, declines sacred. Sacred means purifications, self-purification by means of religious values. Then individuality, taste. Each individual different taste and interest. Then personal freedom, individual rights. Then heterogeneity, multicultural, multi-religion. Next, mutual distrust, people lack of trust between them. So these are the factors. One more factor, conflict between institutions, between individuals, organizations, etc. Causes, division of labor, violation of rules, industrialization, cultural lag, mainly unequal rate of change. Then disaster, unpredictable phenomena, man-made as well as natural. Then maladjustment. Next section, sustainable development goals. Students, every social disorganization directly linked with the social issues and cause various social problems. This section concerning this sustainable development goal for United Nations organization has been set up 17 goals. Each goals aim to solve the social problems. Okay, so we need to know first this. First, goal 1, end poverty. So this is a goal, try to solve the problem of poverty in our society. Goal 2, end hunger. Promote nutrition and improvement, sustainable agriculture. Goal 3, ensure healthy lives. So this goal is set for healthcare professionals. Well-being for all at all ages. Goal 4. So goal 3 is direct goal for healthcare. 4. Equitable quality education. The lifelong learning for all. Goal 5, gender equality. Empower women and girls. Goal 6, sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. Goal 7, sustainable energy, mainly affordable and reliable for all. Goal 8, sustainable economic growth, inclusive growth, every section of people included. Decent work for all. Goal 9, resilient infrastructure. Resilient means flexible. We can change that structure anytime according to need. Foster innovation, new ideas. Goal 10, reduce inequality with among countries. For example, nowadays, poor countries, developing countries, developed countries. Developed countries only maximum cover, control all other countries. So reduce inequality between the countries. Then make cities resilient and sustainable. Cities means urban. Should be flexible. Goal 12, sustainable consumption and production patterns. Consumption means consuming. For example, when you go to a shop, purchase a product, just think about that product is used for sustainable or that product may cause any harm. Okay, think about then purchase. As well as producers thought about it. Then goal 13, combat climate change. Okay, is goal related to environment. Then goal 14, sustainable use, the oceans, marines. Then goal 15, sustainable use of ecosystem, environmental protection, combat land degradation, which means every land should be protected and promote ecology, ecosystem. Goal 16, inclusive societies, which means every section of people should be included, tribal, urban, rural, then justice for all, accountable institutions. So every institution answer to people, what do for the people. Then goal 17, global partnership. Student, partnership is very important. Every sections of population should be together, cooperate, coordinate together, as well as every institutions, and formulate various cooperations and partnership to achieve these goals. For sustainable development. No picture available, no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable clean energy, decent work and economic growth. So this every goal is important for nursing, for your professional life. So every healthcare activity is based on this. Then industry, 9th one, industry and innovation and infrastructure. 10, reduce inequality. 11, sustainable cities and communities. Then responsible consumption and production. Next, climate action. Life below water, see the pictures, okay? See the pictures which help us more memory. 15, life and land. 16, peace, justice and strong institutions. 17, partnership for the goals. So here, look at this poster. Good health and well-being is a third goal, sustainable development goal. Students, is a fact is that when achieve this goal, third goal, then only we can solve these issues, including poverty, eradication of poverty, and remove hunger. So this poster emphasizes that WHO, the health is a fundamental to achieve all other SDGs. Then social goods. What do you think about social goods? Means goods or services. Goods means materials, services, benefit largest people. Example, clean air, water, literacy, and health care. These are the common goods. So this term should be memorized and conceptualized. Social goods means a goods and services benefit to large populations. Goods means material, services mean non-material products. Next we are going to detail about next section, social problems. Social problems definition: issue or matters directly or indirectly affect members of society. Okay, the keywords only need to remember. Next, nature of social problems. First, nature: change situation, change order, which means disorganize. Then undesirable but inevitable. Students, problem is always in society. If one problem is over, next problem will become. So problem is we don't like, but it's unavoidable. Every day social life we have been experiencing different issues. Our role is that manage that problems. Micro level as well as macro level. One, next heading: sources of social problem. Economic source, example poverty; biological source, example physical diseases; biopsychological, which means neurological issues; cultural problems, mainly concerning widowhood and other community issues. Next, causes of social problem. No problem due to single causes. So every problems directly linked with multiple causes. For example, familial causes, religious causes, educational causes, economic causes, political reasons, environmental issues. Okay, so every issues, not only think about only issue, only one issue. Every social component involved that due to multiple factorial causes. Look at this: familial, religious, educational, economical, occupational, socio-cultural, socio-economic, political, geographical, ecological. Then major social problems in India: poverty, healthcare issues, unemployment, illiteracy, juvenile delinquency, drug abuse, drug addiction, alcoholism, crime, violence against women, child abuse, child labor, prostitution, housing, population, food supply, urbanization, beggary, terrorism, climate change. Then detail about each problems. According to our syllabus, we are nursing students need to know about what are the major problems in India mainly. So first problem is that poverty. Welcome back. Let's start with poverty. Poverty is a topmost issue in India. What do you think about poverty? Meaning, state of very poor. Look at this. One of the newspaper: 20,000 dies each day due to poverty. Definition: insufficient supply of things request for individual maintain himself depends upon health and vigor. Vigor means energy. So key word is that insufficient things which fulfill their basic needs. Factors responsible. First factor, capacity of individual. For example, individual ability. Then unfavorable condition, including environmental condition, physical mainly concerning environmental conditions. Then poor natural resources, including agricultural resources. Then climate. Next, epidemic. Epidemic means diseases, uncontrollable diseases. Then misdistribution of wealth. This wealth has been distributed. Then illiteracy. So illiteracy is a key factor to cause of poverty. The reason is that government many program to eradicate poverty. That program not reach the people. Reason is that people not aware about due to lack of education. Then other factors, unstable livelihood, location excluded. For example, a person away from normal society, example tribal people. Then physical limitations, example these geographical factors. Then gender relationship between men and women. Then problem in social relationships, in relationship issues in families, for example disorganized family. Then in educational institutions. Then lack of security. The most important is that the abuse of power, some government program, inadequate programs. Then disempowering institutions. For example, lack of facilities in educational institutions and economic institutions. Then limited capabilities. Then weak organizations. The organization having lack of leadership may. Then causes. Caste system. In India, poverty due to maximum by the caste. Low caste people, they traditionally under the poverty line. Then British era. Then Indian economic policies. Then liberalization policies. So these are some other causes. Next, multidimensional poverty index. Look at this. 3 dimensions: health, education, living standards. 10 indicators. For example, health concern, nutrition, child mortality. For example, poverty cause inadequate food and child mortality may be increased. Then education, schooling, School attendance, for example, dropout. The living standards, fuel, sanitation, water, electricity, etc. Mainly keep these three important dimensions: health, education, livelihood. Then poor in India. According to 1990, 48 percentage population living under the poverty line in India. Nowadays increase this reduce the poverty line rate. Then capital per month. Capita per month. Capita means a person how much earn money. In rural India 49 per month. In urban India 56.44. In America one person earn 9,196. UK 3,858. Australia 4,207. Just imagine. So that's why that countries are developed countries. An individual person capable to earn more money. Then India's poverty profile. Then effects of poverty. One, health. Second, education. Three, housing. Violence, substance abuse. Then aspects or types of poverty. Absolute. Students, this question very important, the examination asking types of poverty. Absolute means over a time. Relative. Social context and other types including economic aspect of poverty. Next type, voluntary poverty. A person voluntarily do living under the poverty line. Look at this poster. How to end poverty. A family, a mother having 3 children. Look at this. So 3 children are near the age group. So in India, emphasize that the poverty family planning program should be implemented to try to eradicate poverty. 5 key drivers to reducing poverty. 1. Accelerating rural poverty reduction. Second, creating more and better jobs. 3. Focusing on women and scheduled tribes. Then, good locations and improving development for the poor. So, these are the 5 key drivers to poverty reduction. Then poverty reduction by economic liberalization, capital infrastructure and technology, aid, and good institutions need. Then empowering women. Woman empowerment is primary one. For family, in the family, woman is empowered, all members become better, away from poverty. Then poverty alleviation programs, various programs having first legal elimination of bonded laborers. In various parts of the in India, The labors are bonded. There is no salary, only give food. Slavery. Second, preventing the centralization of wealth by modifying the law, which means every resource is centralized. So for example, in resource available in village, the village people cannot access that resource due to central government or state government control and that resources. Then Antyodaya plan. Next, SFDP, Small Farms Development Program. Then DADP, Drought Area Development Program. Next, Rural Labor Employment Guarantee Scheme, RLEGB. Then Food for Work Program. Then Minimum Need Program, MNP. Then Integrated Rural Development Program. Next, National Rural Employment Program. Okay, these are the programs the government tried to eradicate poverty, then try some for youth. Next, Jawahar Rojar Yojana, then Gram Swaraj Yojana, NSAP, National Social Assistance Program. Next, Rural Housing Program, India, Indira, which means former Prime Minister name of a program. Then NRY, Nehru Rosra Yojana, these are the old programs. Then self-employment program for urban poor. So this is a modern program, employment for every individuals in cities, urban places. Then Prime Minister Integrated Urban Poverty Eradication Program. So this program very used in the slum area in cities. Let's take action to end poverty and hunger everywhere, which is a first sustainable development goal. Then poverty and health. It has directly affect physical health by means of malnutrition, which cause other diseases. Then mental illness, mental stress and depression. Then social well-being. Poverty may cause social disabilities. Then role of nurse and poverty alleviation. Promote health. Already we had learned health is a fundamental. If a physical illness, a person having physical illness is able to earn money, eradicate poverty is impossible. So health is a fundamental. To eradicate poverty, your nurses do that job. Then implement the poverty alleviation program in the community settings, urban as well as rural. Then educate the home economics. Students, this is very important. Home economics. For example, if a family having 10,000 rupees earning, other family may be earning only 1,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees earning family spent 20,000. So 10,000 rupees debt. But 1,000 rupees earning family only spent 750 rupees and 250 rupees saving. So which family is best? Yes, the family which is saving the money. So this is which concerning the home economics. The nurses educate the families how to use the available resources in just way in the family. Then natural natural nutritional counseling according to the family situations. Then family welfare programs. Family planning is very important, as we had discussed. So these are the role of nurse to eradicate poverty from India as well as globe. So nurses doing fundamental role to eradicate poverty. Next, physical and mental health or mental illness. Physical illness means physical issues by means of communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. Healthcare issues. Equality of access is major issues in population, which is social issue. Then malnutrition, low life expectancy, lack of fund, then medical infrastructure, then infant mortality. Then define health. WHO definition: physical, mental, social well-being, not merely absence of disease or infirmity. Illness. Students, we need to delineate what is meant by illness, what is meant by sickness. State of poor health. Another word, diseases. Physical illness, body that cause pain and dysfunction. Mental illness, emotional instability, behavioral impairment. Causes or a disease agents: biological agent, nutrient agent, physical agent, chemical agent, mechanical, and absence or insufficiency, excess of factors necessary to health, which means nutrient imbalance. Then social agents. The social agent is a fundamental agent, can control these all the agents. Next, methods of preventing physical illness. Levels of prevention: primary, secondary, tertiary, as we had learned in fundamentals of nursing. Okay. Then treatment: alternative medicine, clinical medicine, social medicine. Modern medicine is that biopsychosocial medicine. Then rehabilitation: medical, vocational, societal, psychological. Medical concerning mainly focus on the pharmacological medicines. Vocational means the skill development. Then method of preventing mental illness: primary prevention, secondary prevention, tertiary prevention. Treatment: psychotherapy, awareness therapy, psychopharmacology, psychosurgery, social medicine. Then resiliency training model. Resiliency means flexibility in everyday life, adjusting the life. Then role of nurse in physical and mental illness. Now, nurse doing fundamental role, caregiving, cure, prevention of physical and mental illness, and promotion of holistic health. Then social medicine versus pharmacological medicines. Students need to understand about what is meant by pharmacological medicine, what is meant by social medicine. Social medicine means any human interaction, mode of behavior, or social factors including familial, religious, occupational, use to diagnosis, reduce the intensity of illness, cure and prevention of diseases, and promotion of health. So, different is that in pharmacological medicine use substance or chemicals. In social medicine use social factors. Organized investigation of social, genetic and environmental factors. Use social methods, promotion, prevention, treatment. All kinds of diseases. Measure to protective of individual and community from the disease. Then pharmacological medicines, science of dealing with preparation, uses and effects of drugs. Look at this pharmacological medicine, injections, tablets. Then medicine. What is your medicine? Is a medicine means science deals with diagnosis, preventing, curing, treating. In social medicine use social factors for diagnosis, preventing, curing, treating. But in pharmacological medicine use drugs for diagnosis like this. Then pharmacological medicine define as drugs used to cure, prevent and look at this modern medicine. Modern medicine is that bio-psycho-social medicine. Bio means pharmacological. A drugs may be changed in physical changes. Psycho means psychological factors. For example, learning, perception, intelligence, other memory, etc. Then social medicine. Social concerning these social factors. Students, society is a fundamental. If when we interact in society, first affect biology. Biology means mind, brain, already you had learned. Interaction of body, mind and society. Then affect mind, thinking will be changed and diseases will be happen. So psychosocial medicine is a fundamental medicine. This biological or pharmacological medicine only support. The various diseases never cure, only control. But for example, blood pressure, never cure chronic disease by the medicines, only control it. But psychosocial, mainly social medicine used to purely cure, for example, modification in families and work life and balance social environment, mainly promote happier work life and family life, can promote by means of changes, various types of social medicine available. Already we have discussed. Socialization, individualization, group participations, and positive interactions, eliminate negative interactions, and negative into positive changes. So these are the social medicine help to the sustainable medicine or treatment or prevention, etc. So usually I have been conducted the debate on which medicine is best, pharmacology or social. So both medicines are essential, but fundamental medicine is a social medicine which is used for every aspect. No cost, no side effect. Look at this. Antimicrobial resistance. Nowadays, overuse of drugs, antibiotics. You know, this is a phenomenon. A person unable to use the microorganism cannot destroy by a particular medicine due to change their chemical structure. So modern medicine is that biopsychosocial medicine. Social medicine is a fundamental to prevent away from the illness and cure the disease sustainably. There is no side effects. We can empower and be happy. So next, social problem, unemployment. Unemployment we will be learn next class. So this section is wonderful section for us. Mainly we had been learned poverty and physical and mental illness. So these are the major issues. Healthcare issues is a major issue nowadays. So we are nurses, well aware about how to treat it. And mainly concerning difference between, is a pharmacological medicine only for support. The sustainable medicine is their social medicine to promote healthier life. Nice talk with you. Thank you for listening. Next
Thank you, sir.
class. Okay, thank you. You will be meet next class. Thank you everyone. Have a
Thank you,
wonderful
sir.
day. Yes, thank you.